Hello everyone and welcome back. This is going to be the final video of the League Starter Poison Animate Weapon. Yes, I settled on Animate Weapon finally because the POB has still not been updated and I don't want to take risks and putting out a build that I don't know that's gonna perform well or not, since SRS skill gem still has not been updated yet. So I decided to go with Animate Weapon for the build video. Personally, I will go for SRS because it seems a lot better in terms of playstyle because Animate Weapon is just a bit clunky for me. So SRS is going to be my starter, and if I see that I have very low amounts of damage, then I will go for Animate Weapon. It's going to be very simple to switch from one skill gem to the other, so we have no issues in that regard. And I updated the POB. Final version is going to be like this. We included wither setup, and we also have trees that do not use the wither setup. I have a bunch of trees with leveling, and of course from Act 5, 10, white maps, early game, some late game tree, and then finally late game wither setup tree. In the skill portion, I have included essential early game leveling, early maps, and then late game maps and late game with a setup. For the items, early game items are early map items, some chase items, or not chase, but I would say these are good items that you want to get eventually to get enough damage. And then, of course, leveling gear. This is going to be like just get your resistances capped and your attributes checked. So I just put a tabula and gold rim. I can't really say there aren't that many uniques that is going to be worth getting, except for like the boots, tabula, of course, that sort of stuff. But late game gear, United in Dreams, we are using the Covenant. This gives us a hefty amount of energy shield, so we don't have to get energy shield on any of our other gears. We can scale our armor to the max. And United in Dreams is just a good weapon. It's going to be the one that is going to give you the poison chance for your minions. Oh, and when you are looking through the POB, make sure you synchronize the tree skills and items. So if you are going for a late game, go for late game items with late game maps, and then of course the late game skill tree. So get a proper estimation of what kind of DPS you are looking at. Currently, with the early game setup, with the early map skills, and of course the early map gear, we are sitting around at 2 million DPS for Guardians or Pinnacle bosses, I should say. It's going to be plenty enough to clear through white and yellow tier maps. And then for our late game setup, we have around 3 million DPS. With late game items, we have around, let me check this off. Oh, not this one. Let me check this off. We have around 7.2 million DPS with our animate weapon. So this is with, and if we include wither setup, we include wither setup over here, and suddenly we are suddenly we are sitting around at 10 million DPS. That is without frenzy charges. That is without any modifier coming out of animate guardian. And it's only going with 15 poison and 15 wither stacks. Since we're going to be using wither from our spell totem, it's going to have that maximum wither stack applied to it all the time. No worries there. As long as your totem is alive, the enemy boss will be withered. So you have to pay attention so that you actually wither the enemy. And if you include the Frenzy Charge Monkey Spectre, if you use that, we have 12 million. And with more modifiers coming out of AG, especially the Lear Cast Helmet being buffed with Dying Breath and some cheap AG gear, it's gonna go up even more. Not to mention the damage from the minion themselves is going very high because they are removing all the penalties for the dot minions. So this looks to be a solid build, and defenses wise we are rocking with 40k armor, around 80% fizz reduction. This is with flasks though. If we turn our flasks off, we still have around 20k armor, 80% fizz reduction, 69 and 65% block, and of course fully capped resistance with the option to cap our chaos resistance as well. So that is going to be it for this small video. I personally, again, don't like the way animate weapon plays. You have to summon them a lot, and it's really, really clunky. You have to have an extra blade fall inside it as well. So I just want to go with SRS and have fun, not clicking that much. Other than that, I am also planning on going golem. So I will be league starting as an SRS, get enough currency, and switch to a golem build. And that is going to be it for the video. League is starting in a few hours. I hope everyone has a great start, and I wish you all get lots and lots of divines as your drops. Good luck out there, exiles. Stay blessed.